blast from the past, but it's not very old, this one, but I think it was interesting to share with you anyway. So this is 3 books that are from the Siege of Vraks. This is from the Forge Wall. You can see that it's quite a thick thing, okay? And I don't remember if this case was coming with the first or the last book. So here I'm going to review, there is in reality we have the Imperial Armour Vol5, 6 and 7, and all are around the Siege of Vraks. So, okay, we have part 1, part 3 and part 1, part 2, part 3. So I'm going to review in this video part 1, and keep tuned if you want to see the other parts because they will come soon. So I really enjoyed to have the volume 1 in the past. It was about generic imperial vehicles, okay? And this one are all is happening in the Siege of Vraks. So it's a war between the Imperium against Chaos, okay? Where we have the what's called, I never remember the name of the guys. So it's the we are going to see. I want to see. It's the forgot the name, sorry for that. These are the Renegades. Let me see if I can find here. Yeah, these guys, I never remember how are called these guys. Okay, here, the Death Corps, okay, of Quick. So we have the Death Corps of Quick against the Chaos. And the first thing we have here, and I find we have this type of poster. I will not be able to put all on camera, but you can see you have it's interesting. You have here the organization of a regiment. You have here how it's really nice poster. Where you have what is the equipment of each of the quick infantry. Okay, we have here the artillery weapons, and then we have also the organization of the artillery field company. It's all about it's a lot about it's very I would say World War I, okay? And here we see all the map, okay? Let me see if I can show you a little bit more. The map of all the trenches and all the battle, and was of course the siege of Tobruk, okay? So it's interesting to have this in the book. I think it's very nice. So, okay, of course, is the map of the siege of Vraks. Okay, Vraks, how you want to pronounce. So let's make a look what we have inside, and we had, of course, the map. And then we're talking about quite a thick book. It's about 200 pages more or less. 188. Okay, so it's not bad. And this one, if I know, you will see that there is Imperium and Chaos, but it's mainly focused on the Imperium. Okay, we are going to see new tanks in this book. These tanks appear for first time during the release of this book, and now you can also find them in Forge World. So we have a first background about the Vraks system and what is the Vraks Prime planet. Chapter 1 is the fall of Vraks. Here, chapter 2, the coming war. Again, I want to show you, if you remember, if you have seen my video about Imperial Armour 1, Volume 1, you always see this type of pictures trying to look like the First World War. Okay, this in grey tones, and I think it gives a very nice atmosphere. These guys, for me, are really inspired in the World War I. Right, you can see with the gas mask, even the uniform is very inspired on this period of time, and I will say that they look quite the Germans. Okay, this is why again Death Corps of Krieg makes some sense for the name. Okay, so this, you can see the infantryman. So it's telling you what is the armor, the uniform, the weapons, the equipment. Okay, you have all the details. Of course, the resin miniatures from Forge World were released during this book. Okay, so this was all this Vraks and faction, or this Vraks regiment were released during this book as well. So chapter 3 we have the killing fields of Vraks, and here you can see this is a miniaturized map and what are the movements of the troops. I love the Rock Riders from Vraks, I think, with the gas mask on the horses. I think this is pretty neat. Also we have seen these weapons for first time here. Again, this very nice pictures. I really love. Oh, look, this is what puts you in. Yeah, these are the type of pictures that put you in the mood to wanted to play this game. Okay. Well, at least for me. You can see here we have this lemongrass. Okay, I think it's a normal lemongrass, but it's a different pattern. A different pattern for the cannon, but this is just a lemongrass. And this over the heavy. It's a heavy mortar. Okay. And you can see here more background, more history. This was quite interesting because these are like a super heavy transports, and you can transport here a big number of guys. I don't remember exactly the number, but it was a big number, several units. And they make a special rule so you can transport several units there. Here we see the Hearth Shaker cannons, and so this is a lemongrass. The company first squadron, not the replacement of the battle cannon barrel. Okay, so you see, this is the replacement, I guess. I like this type of note, right? Note the replacement of the battle cannon barrel. This is a lemongrass demolisher, and then we have a vanquisher at the bottom. Here we see the regimental, the artillery part, and also the carriers of the artillery. So this is a heavy quad launcher and a centaur. Centaur is the vehicle used to pull from the artillery. More lemongrasses, and this is a basilisk. This is a chaos. These are the chaos tanks. You can see they have the chaos symbols. All these I think are chaos. Yeah, this is also chaos. So these are all chaos tanks. Then we go chapter 4, the War of Attrition. Okay. And heavy armored with a lot of infantry, and here we see also the picture. This is the Vraksian Renegade militiaman. Okay, really very interesting. So you can see, we see a little bit. It's not just one faction. We will see always information about the two factions. So we can keep moving. Baneblade. Okay, I just wanted you to enjoy the pictures as I'm enjoying now. More super heavy. This is really this is a bombard heavy siege mortar. There were a lot of interesting vehicles, and they're still there in the I will say in Forgeworld. Chapter 5, the Angels of Caliban. So yeah, I was forgotten this part, and then we have the arrival of the Dark Angels to the war theater. Look, this is a picture of the Renegades here. This is a Land Rider, this is a Rhino. More pictures about Land Riders, because we have the First Legion have arrived. We have to say the two type of Thunderhawks, and this is the gunship, and this is the transport. One is able to transport a Land Rider. This one. The Land Rider just go hook at the bottom. Here we see Predator, Vindicator, Rhino, Whirlwind, and Speeder, and the Dreadnought. And again we go to the Chaos ones. This thing is a pity that you cannot have any good profile anymore. This is a destroyer. This is an anti-tank tank, and it's a super laser cannon. Chapter 6, Breakthrough. Okay, Again, you can see, I love this. I like more this maybe than the diagrams and all the comments at the bottom of the pictures. These pictures are nice, but I prefer the ones that are in black and white. Again, the Gorgon, the heavy assault transport of the 10th and of the 101 or 101st Regiment, I have to say. Some artillery and more type of Lehman Russes. And here we see the Macarius. This is a new type of super heavy that appeared in this book, if I'm not wrong. Okay. Then we go to the Death Corps of Krieg. And they explain this is another uniform, another color for the uniform, interesting. I like more maybe the other one with green colors. Background. And here you have different uniforms, right, depending on which regiment. So we have the 19th, the 5th, the 179. So it's curious that depending on the regiment you have a different color of the uniform. You will expect that more or less from the same planet you will have the same uniform colors. Especially if they fight in the same war theater, but okay. The organization and how they are equipped. So this is a common squad. So this is a squad leader, and goes with the last gun. Then we have the boxcaster, and we have the one with the special weapon. No heavy weapon team, and of course here is telling you the alternative he has. But this one goes with the plasma gun, and have 2 hydrogen flasks that are the charger, right? The clips for the plasma gun. All have frag grenades. Some of them have crack grenades. Okay. No, so the hydrogen flask, I don't know. It's a new one. Sorry, I will get confused. Okay, and all of them have a entrenching tool, except the one with the plasma. And this is the Death Corps Krieg heavy weapon squad. Okay, these are the option with heavy water, but of course you have autocannon and heavy stubbers. So turning heavy stubbers and last cannon and the mortar. And this is a field artillery company, so how they are organized, an artillery company. Right, the headquarters, and then you have the battery 1, battery 2, battery 3, and how it's transport, and you have 5 people for each artillery weapon. And then there is a supply cannon the supply column, sorry, that it supplies ammunition to the tanks, to the artillery. And this is how a Death Corps Krieg infantry company is organized. Okay, it's nice to see that. It's something that I like it. I like that put the heavy weapon on the command platoon. Okay, so you see this is the squad, so this is the HQ squad of each platoon. And this is where you have the heavy weapon. They don't have heavy weapons on the normal squads. And they only have heavy weapons on the platoon that is dedicated only to heavy weapons. The Gorgon, so this is what I was telling you, and I was checking, it has the transport option. I'm trying to see if I can see here how many, because I like this type of technical data sheets. Right, it's telling you, for example, the speed of this thing, max speed in road 27 kilometers. Max speed of road 19 kilometers per hour. So it's pretty slow. 19 kilometers per hour. It's 12 miles, more or less. Here you see more details about the Gorgon. And here we see, of course, this is the old data sheet. But I was trying to see transport can transport up to 50 men. Okay, it's a transport for 50 men. Then we have the centaur. The centaur is the carrier of the artillery. Okay, and then we have the field artillery with the quad launcher and the heavy mortar. Then we have the heavy artillery like the Earthshaker Medusa with the Earthshaker and the Medusa. And then we have the Lemon Ras variants. Again, here we only have the Annihilator. So the Annihilator was a new variant here that was full laser. So laser on the turret, if I'm not wrong. Weapons Annihilator is armed with a turret mounted with twin link last cannon on the turret, and you can put, of course, last cannon on the front. And then we have the Macarius. This is another super heavy. I really like the Macarius with twin cannons. And it has a battle cannon, so it goes with what they had on top. It was just a battle cannon. Okay. And then we go to the death curve of Krieg, and here is how you can organize your army. So we are going to have the points and the different units. You have all the rules there. So they start with the headquarters, and how then we have the company, command, platoon, as in the old times, very complex ones. The commissars, the death corps, quartermasters. We have the Death Rider command, so you can have also the command squad for the Road Riders. Then we have the elites, where we have the heavy mortar battery, the heavy quad launch battery, Death Corps Grenadier squad, and we have the troops with the infantry platoon. So infantry platoon was quite a thing to do in the past, and this was mandatory. So normally infantry platoon was composed of one command squad and 2 to 6 infantry squads. Okay, and normally in the past you need to have 2 of them, so you will end up at least with the minimum was to have 50 infantry. In first attack, they had the Death Rider Squadron, so the Road Riders, the Hellhound, and the Cyclops remote control demolition tank. And in heavy support, the Earthshaker cannon, Medusa siege gun, siege tank, and tanks. Okay, so all the vehicles, and the heavy platoon. And then they can order preliminary bombardment. You also have the Dark Angels, so how they came and how they were organized. So we have here the Angel of Retribution and all the ships that are in orbit to help. And what are the companies that are in this battle theater? So we have the first company, the second company, the third, the fifth, the sixth, the eighth, and the ninth. So quite a good amount of companies involved in this battle. Of course, the first company, the Death Wing, is the second squad of the fifth company. Okay, we the second squad of the fifth company. And then we have the forces of the chaos. We don't have the codex for that, right? It's only background, but we don't have like a codex like here, a points army list. So if you want to play Dark Angels, you need the codex of the Dark Angels. So here we have the Renegade Armory. And here they start putting, well, we have the Rock Psychers, for example. The Enforcers are the equivalent to the Commissars. We have the Apostate Preachers. The Disciples of Shafan are more or less. So we have the Alpha Legion infiltrated. We have Renegade or Wind Berserkers. This was also quite an interesting thing to see. And these are like veterans, okay? The Disciples of Shafan are like veterans. You can see that then we have the militia, and the militia have a very low, used to have, it had a variable leadership, so you can go from 5 to 10. So this was quite a very weird mechanic. It's very fluffy, because you don't know how reliable are your units, and this was making this quite interesting. Okay, we have workers rubble, so you can even have workers there in the middle of the battle. I guess they only go for close combat, I guess. Yeah, they can have last pistol, they can have last pistol and close combat, so they are weapon skill 2, ballistic skill 2 in the past, so it will be equivalent to 5 today. Okay. We have the fast attack with the Hellhound squadron of Sentinel squadron and Salamanders, and the heavy support. In the heavy support we have the heavy weapons platoon, we have tanks, close support artillery, weapon platforms, the turret emplacement. As they are the defenders, they have a lot of more things. This is the Ogwyn Berserker. I find this illustration to be really nice, I love it. And then we have, here we have more sketches about the Berserkers, the Ogre Berserkers, and then we have different scenarios, okay? So the trench raid, so you will have here different scenarios to play, because this was indeed as part of campaign, so you have a scenario 1, the 2, very detailed, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scenarios. And then we have the appendices where they explain you how to play super heavies and how to play flyers. And then you have here another appendix that is about the color markings of the quick. Okay, and that's all what you have here. And I will show you, if you keep tuned and you think it is interesting, I can show you the other volumes in future videos. So I will say, these books from Forge World, they are really nice. They were quite expensive, but I think I love them. It's a book that you can look and look and check and see for more details, and each time you look at the book you will find new details and new things that can be interesting to you. So that's all for now. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please let me know what do you think about these books, and what do you think about the Imperial Armour books and the campaign of Vraks, the Siege of Vraks that was done by Forge World. Leave it in the comments below your opinion, and yeah, give a like if you have liked this video, and as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.